Good afternoon, everyone. I will call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Ways and Means Committee to order. With me on the dais is Councilmember Cunningham, Johnson, Fletcher, Palmisano, and Vice President Jenkins, and we are a quorum of the committee and can therefore conduct the committee's business. We have like 34 items on our consent agendas, and all of our items are consent today, but we will start with a brief informational session on the Consolidated Office building, and we have Mr. Greg Goki from our Finance and Property Services Department to give us an overview. Go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, Chairman Warsame, committee members, Greg Goki. I'm the city's lead staff person on the new public service building. As many of you know, the architect and engineer of record is MSR Design, our local firm. They partnered with the New York office of Henning Larson and Burrow Happel Engineering. Our new building is planned for 11 stories above ground, 1 story below ground, total square foot of 382,000 square feet. The current schedule with construction being completed in fall of 2020, with departments completing their moves by the end of the year. The design team and I are receiving internal direction and input guidance from a diverse group of stakeholders that represents executive and departmental leadership, subject matter expertise, and staff representation. External input has been provided through public meetings, neighborhood outreach, and presentations to a variety of citizen standing committees. The strategic goals and intended outcomes for the project are guided by the executive committee, which is Council Members Goodman, Reich, and Warsame, and Heidi Ritchie representing the mayor's office, and Ron Harris representing Council Member Bender as council president. We do have a design advisory team, which is comprised of 8 members of the department's plan for the building. And their main role is to ensure myself and the architectural team and the FSAM committee that the department's needs are being met through the space plans for the departments. We also have a variety of internal departments assisting us: City Attorney and Finance on request for proposals, formal bids and contracts; Human Resources leading transition management efforts; Civil Rights on small business and workforce participation; Information Technology on technology infrastructure; our Health and Wellness Committee on the Fitwell program and healthy food choices; our Property Services staff and design review for building systems and space; and of course CPAD Regulatory Service and Public Works on preliminary design review, code and ordinance requirements. We held 3 public meetings to date: December 11th, February 27th, April 18th, and we have a final one scheduled for July 31st. Those engagement efforts were led by Mark Ruff and Peter Brown. And we also included meetings with the Downtown Minneapolis Neighborhood Association, Easttown Business Partnership, and the Elliott Park Neighborhood Incorporated. We've received letters of support from all 3 organizations. As for the overall design and current activities, we're finalizing the design of the facade. We have submitted the building design for formal regulatory and planning approvals. Our demolition contractor has begun mobilization and started what we can call a controlled demolition of the current parking facility. And we are currently out for bid on bid package 1, which includes mass excavation, showing and construction of the building foundations. Future bids that will come in later this year: bid package 2 is concrete and steel, bid package 3 mechanical electrical systems, and bid package 4 will be the finer interiors build out. And we have a project labor agreement in place to ensure talented and diverse labor force throughout the project. With that, Chairman, if you have questions.
Any questions from the audience? No questions.
Right.
And what I will do now is I'm going to read out the consent items, and then we're going to make some actions. We have 34 items. Item number 1 is the Mcknight Foundation grant for funding related to an energy and regulatory policy staff position. Item number 2 is a contract amendment with Meyer, Scher, and Rockcastle Limited, MSR Design, for architects and engineering of record design services. Item number 3 is a contract amendment with M.A. Mortensen for construction manager as an advisor services for the new public service building. Item number 4 is a contract amendment with Pi Consulting and Engineering for building enclosure commissioning services. Item number 5 is a contract with Architectural Wall System LLC for design assist and unitized envelope systems contractor service. Item number 6 is insurance requirement for public artists project in the new public service building. Item number 7 is a contract amendment with Deloitte Consulting LLP for benefits consulting and actuarial services. Item number 8 is a contract amendment with US Bank 11 for merchant card processing services. Item number 9 is a bid for mailing services for the city of Minneapolis. Item number 10 is an appointed position in the Regulatory Services Department, Director of Operations and Engagement. Item number 11 is a contract with various organizations to fund collaborative safety strategies. Item number 12 is a grant from Clearway, Minnesota for outreach to retailers. Item number 13 is a contract amendment with Patricia Helen for continued special event planning. Item number 14 is a grant application for the U.S. Department of Justice, Office of Justice Programs 2018 41 Cameras Grant. Item number 15 is a contract amendment with Minnesota Homeland Security and Emergency Management for Bomb Disposal Unit. Item number 16 is a grant application to the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency for the Environmental Assistance Grant Program. Item number 17 is a contract amendment with AS Medical Solutions for school-based clinic pharmaceutical services. Item number 18 is a sidewalk repair and construction assessment. Item number 19 is the 2018 alley renovation program project approval and assessment. Item number 20 is condos on Blaisdell Housing Improvement Area Ordinance. Item number 21 is a bid for pump station number 6 boiler project. Number 22 is a bid for Fridley Water Plant Clean Water Basin Rehabilitation Project. Item number 23 is a grant application to Centers for Disease Control for REACH grant. Item number 24 is a subordinate funding agreement. Number 3 with the Metropolitan Council for the Green Line extension. Item number 25 is a subordinate funding agreement. Number 4 with Metropolitan Council for the Green Line extension. Number 26 is a contract amendment with Rice Lake Constructions Group for Fridley Filter Plant Rehabilitation Project. Item number 27 is a contract with Short Elliott Hendrickson, Inc. for Sanitary and Storm Manhole Inspection Project. Item number 28 is a Mississippi Watershed Management Organization grant for Old Bassett Creek Tunnel cleanout. Item number 29 is a cooperative agreement with the University of Minnesota for the 8th Street Southeast roadway design. Item number 30 is an acquisition of land from Hennepin County for a stormwater holding pond. Item number 31 is a temporary easement acquisition for the Upton Vincent 51st Avenue North Sanitary Reconstruction Project. Item number 32 is a contract with E-Recording Partners Network for electronics transmission of the loan administration's real estate records with Hennepin County Records Office. Item number 33 is a gift acceptance from Rails to Trails Conservancy for travel-related expenses. And item number 34 is a bid for Mid-City Industrial Reconstruction Project. Now, what I will do is, before we take any further action, what I will do is I would like to make a motion to refer item 30, which is acquisition of land from Hennepin County for a stormwater holding pond. I would make a motion to refer this item back to staff because it needs some more work on it. And once it was put on the consent item, I was notified by the clerk's office that this needs some more work, so we're going to refer this back to staff. We're going to do some work. It's going to go back to Public Works, and then it's going to come back to us. So I would like to make a motion to refer item 30 back to staff. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against, that item has been moved back to staff. And I also have item number 31, the temporary easement acquisition for the Upton Vincent 51st Avenue North sanitary reconstruction project. I need some clarification. We have some clarification questions on that item, and I have Councilmember Cunningham to ask those questions. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to ask for some clarifications if you have a little bit of time here, Ms. Cerny. Sorry to put you on the spot. I just had a few questions because it's happening in my ward, so I'd like to be able to get some clarifying information for constituents. Could you please explain what temporary easement acquisition means and when we see in the RCA the $200, the $5,300, what does that mean for those homeowners or those constituents?
Mr. Chair, Councilmember Cunningham, my name is Lisa Cerny, City Engineer, Deputy Director of Public Works. The question that you have related to item 31 with the temporary easement and acquisition, we have some sanitary sewer work up in your ward that requires us to go onto private property. And the temporary piece means that during construction we're there, but long-term there's no acquisition. And so through the process of this, we work with assessors and property value folks, and we identify the impact to that property and therefore come up with a dollar value that we would pay the property owner in order to grant us access to do that work.
Great, thank you. I think that one of the biggest questions was, am I getting charged for this or am I? So thank you for that clarification. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you, Councilmember Cunningham, and thank you for the staff for the clarification. And I will make a motion to move all the remaining 33 items, to approve all the remaining 33 items on our consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? That passes. And we have concluded all the items on our business, and I make a motion to adjourn. Thank you very much.